prima espressione, le parti non lo sai.
Ah, sì, certo.
People coming or people on the holiday? That's wait. Watoka pale, as soon as the second week. What is it? Second month, yes, October, September. You're going to October. One and a half October. And last time I human rights project. Yeah, that's what we were looking at last time. There's William, there's Who, there's whatever. What do we do? Proceed? I think we have just plenty. Where is Owen, Samuel, who else? Nonsa, Rihanna. Rihanna? To where?
I don't know about she's okay. I don't know what that was from.
How do you spend time with 2 people, 3 people? Yes, Mr. Benjamin. All right, let's proceed. I think I'll just take you quick. You know, there's nothing more supportive than most of them charge of them at water. You come with your energy and try to finish it around. So very good at all. Now, I want to go back to our original notes. I want you to here. Let's look at where we started with the child protection. And this is how we looked at it. I want to see where we're going to connect with the human rights, right? We looked at this. These are just the edge notes that we had. I think it's not that we said last class that we had. And we moved down to look at all these definitions. And here, you can see that when we talk about child protection, and you look at the definition that Save the Children gives us, right? Still consists of something called safeguarding. Now, I did explain to you what safeguarding is, and as you know, there's a question, I think, during these meetings about safeguarding and child protection, their similarities and their differences. And we proceed to look at the child protection and all sorts of things around. I want to see where we did connect with the here. You can see. There's a question which was about is child protection a human rights issue? This question is coming to you. Is child rights a human rights issue? Half of the people who answered this question scrambled through, right? These do not hit where it is. And when we are looking at what child protection is, that's why I'm bringing these notes to you now. You remember that there's somewhere when we started, after definitions on whatever it is, and I think it's immediate with the issues of human rights, by bringing around the issues of the CRC as being a subset of the human rights declaration, and also coming as a standalone convention that is representing the interests of children here. And this is where, when we talk about child protection as a human rights issue, should have been your entry point, just to explain that. it's going to become very, very simple. And what is contained in the CRC, if we proceed, these are actions taken by heads of states and also actions taken by governments, right? In Malawi. So in Malawi, children's rights, so child protection is a human rights issue. You can see how we move from the origins of the CRC, which is part of the United Nations Declaration of Human Rights, into what it is, and down to where Malawi comes in to pick up pieces within the human rights framework to bring all these actions here. And all these are part of child protection. So this is how child protection becomes a human rights issue, even in Malawi and also at international level. UNDHR, then you have the CRC, then come down to local levels, and this is what we get. No, that's make sense if we talk about child protection as a human rights issue. It's a history, just a strand. It just moves from the bigger human rights declaration to smaller conventions that link what is available to the actual human rights. That's all. So that I thought that if people are still going through and they're not able to see, but I thought we discovered this when we started to look at the definition of child protection. So far, that is it. So let's now move on to look at where we stopped. No, sir, where did we stop? Last time we met. It was on the Friday, not the wrong time. So where are you? What do you mean? But just says no school home. So people at home is not questioning why you are not in school.
It was just my room,
Yeah?
I told them my daughter really needs to be that's
Okay, so just to run through, we looked at what human rights are, the first set of principles that are concerned with equality and fairness for humankind, and also something that provides freedom to all individuals to make choices and what their future or their lives should be like. So most likely it's about dignity and the value of an individual. And we looked at some of the freedoms that human rights bring to each citizen. And also we moved to look at all these other things. And I moved quickly to relate our understanding of human rights to how those human rights relate to children. Right? That's another area here. And I picked up on what UNICEF says, because UNICEF represents the interest of children globally. So I picked on what they said, and I tell us that the human rights are standards that recognize and protect the dignity of all human beings. The question is, are children human beings? So that is there. And here it looks at how the rights and individuals coexist, and also how the state and people do coexist as well. And the relationship between the state and its people, these are the obligation and the responsibility respective between the state and the individual. And look at what the international human rights law brings for governments, that individuals must enjoy their rights, and also no obstruction to enjoyment of those rights. And we look at the principles of human rights, universality and inalienability, that where every right is universal. everywhere, and not supposed to be removed from anybody, by anybody, whether it is a state or an organization. And that the rights are not divisible, you cannot divide them. If you enjoy one right, it also has an impact on the other rights. So if one right is removed from you, you're not enjoying the remaining rights. I think I gave you a very good example for those who are here. That if, for example, you're enjoying political rights, it means you can equally so enjoy your cultural, social, or economic rights. If you denied your economic rights, most likely you can't enjoy your political rights. You are just a poor guy. And a politician recognize it? No. Right? So you have all these things around. And also again, a very good example of the refugees. Because they can't enjoy their political rights in their countries. Those the one, right? It means obviously they are not able to enjoy their economic rights, social rights, and cultural rights. That's why they moved us to Malawi. And that's why they are enjoying so much of the economic rights. See again, Mabrun, that's why here. You see, so you can see, because of the political stability and how the state together made them enjoy the economic rights, also to the disadvantage of citizens. Okay? But I think they did a good job, right? Don't you think so? Yes, without those decisions have been in the 16th century almost. Well, right now, Mashoko sana sebuda at 5,000 now. See, the 5 o'clock I was taken at the office. But Burundi has 24 hours. And sitting in a small room, but they're making millions right there. So, these are the things that we talk about rights. So, because of the freedom of political freedom, they are able to enjoy the economic rights and the social rights and something like that. All right, the issue of interdependence and interrelatedness, that all rights are interdependent and are interrelated. Otherwise, one right can removal of one right leads to removal of all other rights around, cannot enjoy. And we looked at equity of rights and non-discrimination, that the rights are being done. And they say that nobody should be discriminated against based on the race, sex, or religion, nationality, or the condition of that particular individual. Participation and inclusion, that only way individuals can exercise their political rights, their social rights, their cultural rights, and to participate and to get included. So this is another part of the rights that the principles of the human rights. They look at the issue of accountability, rule of law, which is the must. And we say the ability of the individual to enjoy a right depends on other people respecting those rights. If I want to enjoy my religious rights, you must respect me. Right? Respect my religious rights. Then I'll be able to enjoy it. But if I want to enjoy my religious rights and you tell me that you are move out of the country because they are defending the political rights, then he has deprived me of my religious rights. So rights are supposed to be interdependent and interrelated, and that any individual should be able to choose. And we moved on to look at areas of emphasis, basically two, civil and political rights, where you're supposed to participate as a citizen in your civil rights, so in your civil activities, your political activities, without any restrictions. And therefore, nobody should be tortured because of the choice that what individuals get. Social and cultural rights, I mentioned that these are freedoms that allow us to enjoy by improving oneself. So issues of education, health, whatever it is, our economic, social, and cultural rights, and they are supposed to be enjoyed without any restriction. And I think we looked at why human rights could ensure that individuals meet their basic needs, and also that it puts an obligation on duty bearer to ensure that everyone has access to education, shelter, and further services, and also that human rights protect vulnerable groups. These are two critical areas why rights are important. Now, another question: why is that human rights don't provide for people who are not vulnerable? For example, let's see why don't we provide that? Let's talk about individuals who are vulnerable. Why not those who are not vulnerable? Let's talk about that. Why don't they provide for those who are not vulnerable? And again, what is the difference? Why in the human rights here ensure that people meet basic needs, right? And places an obligation on duty bearer to ensure that everyone has access to services. Number two, that human rights protect vulnerable groups, right? And they don't mention anything about those who are not vulnerable. Why do you think so? And again, come to here.
The human rights are important to those who this power, to have power in the one.
All right, I think that is the answer. It's power. Right? Those who are not vulnerable have the power. And because of the power, the need to protect them. What we need is to bring those who are vulnerable, protect them, and bring them to a level of those that are not vulnerable. Right? So the issue of the power. They try to look at those that have very little power on themselves, right? So that they are capacitated enough to be able to also live that life of those values. That's what I'm talking about. It's a power relations issue, right? A power relations issue. Those who are not vulnerable. If you go down to address the issue of vulnerability, what is vulnerability? Vulnerability is a situation which puts an individual in a very delicate or delicate situation. If you are vulnerable, you have no power, right? And if you are vulnerable, most likely you don't have any economic power, you don't have political power, including all other small things around. So, right, it's trying to focus on all those people around, so that those people are able to also be able to enjoy their rights and live normally like any other people. So this is it about freedom of speech and also to speak. I think we proceed with just going to go through here. We look at the human rights-based approach. This one is not? Yeah. Okay. Now, the human rights-based approach is the framework. This one you must understand, and I will repeat over and over again. The human rights-based approach is that framework which looks at how individual capacities can be developed in order for that individual to be able to enjoy all the rights that we mentioned about. So the framework that looks at how individuals actually can develop based on the international human rights standard. And when we just look at the issue of the human rights standard, international human rights standard, in the context of human development, yes? Can you give me that paper? Give everybody that paper because you are late. So have you paid? Yeah, can you take it down? No, we need this. You are interested, but yeah, so if you look at the issue of what is about human development, right? What is human development? It's about improving the capacity of an individual to be able to be productive, right? That's look at that as human development. But that also looks at the human from the productivity or contribution point of view. How an human individual can contribute to our economic growth or whatever. So when we look at human development, it is just that capacity that an individual contribute towards social economic development of a state. Now, if that is the issue, that's why probably in Malawi here, we talk about human development index. Have you heard of that? Human development index? We should. You guys will cover this one. Around here. When we are looking at the social policy, something like that, I forgot. Is the measure of how a country's population is able to contribute and get provided with services, right? It's a measure of poverty. The human development index is a measure of poverty based on the development of individuals' capacity to contribute to our economic growth or something like that, right? That's why I say Malawi's human development index is very low, right? When we mention that, that's what I said, well, who are looking at their own debt, right? They're looking at the poverty levels and our consumption of the services and also our contribution into the socio-economic development of the country. And when you look at the human development index, there are issues of education, for example, right? Health, production in agriculture, and all those things. And they'll be looking at how much we produce and how much of that we're able to export to get our income, or we're able to bring in, consume. And now here they're talking about what we are heard about the GDP and GNP, right? When you compare these things, one is the gross domestic product, right? And gross national product. It's about the consumption and the export relationships in economics. And these show the levels of poverty of a nation. So when we talk about human development index, we're talking about the capacity of individuals to be able to produce into the economy based on those scales that are there. Now, to understand and how we can develop those individuals, there's need to use what we call human rights-based approach. So human rights-based approach is an index aimed at promoting and protecting human rights. For you to produce in an economy, it means you have the right to do that, right? If you don't have that right, you cannot. So when we talk about enjoying a right, it means you are able to produce, inject into the economy, and also able to consume from what the economy produces. Right? That will be your right. Now, for any country to be able to attain certain levels of production or wellness in cost, then the whole programming must be based on what we call the human rights-based approach, right? So at anything that you do, think about the human capital. How do we improve the human capital for us to be productive? For example, how do we improve our health? Has the health anything to do with productivity, for example?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why?
Because a person cannot do any productive activity if he or she is not in a condition.
So, a sick nation is advancing politics when you are sick in a wheelchair, you cannot. For all sorts of things. So, we're looking at the human development from focusing on issues that are based on a human-based approach, where everything must be designed from the view of